Hello guys and welcome to Final Fantasy 15. I'll be going over the review of this game, but I feel like the aspects of is it worthy of buying, what's in the game and all that. First point I'll point out is the combat system. It feels like Dark Souls if you ever play that game. As you can see here, you parry, you reflect, you try to get behind in the enemy in order to do extra damage. You do link strikes if you do attack on the target's weak point, say here right at the back. You do a blind strike and you do extra damage. Now it has a down system, a vulnerable state when you do enough damage or hit a critical point. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but the enemy will fall to the floor and will receive extra damage, which is it's a pretty good system. Most Final Fantasies have that. Dark Souls has that. Most active combat systems have that. It is a fairly fun system. There's nothing too wrong about it. It's fast paced. It's not the turn-based through Final Fantasies are known for, but there is a wait mode in the game which can help you feel like it's turn-based. It'll give you time to formulate strategies, use items. He has used an item here, pauses the game for you. So it's not like there's no pauses in the action sequences. Even the character is in the process of using an item, it's still paused, but it's not paused when you use an item, which is interesting. I don't know why they did that change, but it's no problem. You have time to use that, and it's not a problem at all. The second point of the game is open world. Is it actually open world? For the most part it is, except it does have the boundaries of most open worlds. Most cliff sides, most mountain ranges, hell, even the forests have these bushes that act like force fields. There's either a mountain range or a fence that blocks like the outer rim. No way around it. There's an ocean for half of it. You can't fall off cliffs as you wish. You can fall off some cliffs, and determining on what height you fall, you do take damage, but generally when you do take damage you'll generate like almost instantly, unless you're in a battle. If you're in a battle you don't regenerate health as frequently, so you have to watch your height in battles. But like this arch right here, I haven't tried it. You shouldn't be able to jump off it, I don't think. You might be able to, and it'd probably kill you if you don't have max health. But for the most part, there's lots of force fields on all the cliffs that would like instant kill you off, like deep pits that would instant kill you. They're generally not available to like suicide cliffs, but that's enough about that. For the most part, as you see here, this is all free range, except for the mountain range right under. You can't land there. In order to land the car, you have to do it on a road, or else you will instantly get a game over. So flying in the air is very dangerous. You don't want to do it too often. It's pretty hard to land as well. Driving in the game is quite static. You cannot drive your car off a road, which is unfortunate, but you do have the chocobos. So once you get to the chocobos and you rent them, that's what you use for primary transportation if you're not on a road, just the chocobos. Chocobos are pretty free range. They have jumping and flying, well, not flying but gliding. They're pretty fast. You level them up to level 10, you get like more speed, stamina, and all that stuff. So yeah, the chocobos are a very valuable asset in this game compared to the other Final Fantasies. It's probably the most leading role that they have so far in this franchise. So story, let's talk about the story. I finished the game. It took about, I could casually finish the story in probably about 30 to 35 hours if you really did only the main quests and not many side quests. It's not a very long game. I'm pretty sure the speed run of the game, I think the latest one is 7 hours, but I'm pretty sure that's in deep development still. I'm pretty sure they can get it up to like 5-6 hours, which would be pretty short for a Final Fantasy speed run. So the story's not too memorable. It's these four guys that try to destroy the daemons or the demons that are these guys that are invading. I don't want to tell too much about the story because I don't want to spoil it for those who who didn't play through it yet. But is the story good? I would get a lot of backlash with my Final Fantasy history, since Final Fantasy 13 is my favorite Final Fantasy. Since I've only played them past 10, so I don't have much experience in it. I've never played 7 or anything below that, so. But 13 was really good. Comparing this to that, I would say this is a bit worse. There's not much like character development in the game. You're just these 4 boy band members just trying to avenge the world from these demons and the main antagonist. So yeah, I feel the real problem with the game's story is that the antagonists aren't very, you don't even know who they are. They're not very developed. You see them in a few cutscenes, but they have no history with you. They have no like, you don't learn anything about them. They're just enemies for some reason. There's not much politics in the game. You don't know who's side of good or evil. There's only like a couple of like antagonists. Like there's a few main guys and some kind of in between the two. It's kind of it's not like a straight path forward understanding like who the real enemy is. That you don't even know who the real enemy is until the last few chapters of the game. Now I want to move on to the item system, kind of combat item system, and the difficulty of the game. So I never gamed over this game once, and I played on the hardest difficulty, which was normal, which is pretty pathetically easy. I hope they actually add some more difficulty in the game. See right here, I get 9999, but I have 99 of each potion. I can't die. It's impossible. 99 Phoenix Downs, 99 high potions. How can you possibly lose? It's like they have to limit this somehow. Like, it's not very difficult if you can just spam health items. Once you memorize the enemy's attack patterns as well, it's pretty easy to counter them. Like here, I'm not gonna get caught by Yojimbo anymore. I'm pretty good at fighting these guys, even though he has like instant down attacks. I have no real problem about him. The weapon upgrade system, it's non-existent. There's only a few set items in the game which you can quote-unquote mod. And to mod these items, you give these items to a character called Sid, and then you give him the weapon, you give him the upgraded item, and you wait. You come back, you get the stronger item. You can't upgrade all the items in the game, only the set, like, not even a dozen items that you can upgrade. That's how you get your ultimate weapon. You get the certain item, you upgrade it, and that's that. You can't upgrade anything else. There's no upgrading system past that. I don't really enjoy it at all. Final Fantasy 13 had a decent upgrade system. You can upgrade all weapons across the board. Final Fantasy 10 had a pretty interesting upgrade system, where you could put like limit breakers on your weapons, so they would do like substantially amount more damage. This game doesn't have that. Limit breakers are based on your AP. Speaking of AP, we can talk about the leveling system in the game. So in this one, you get XP for killing monsters, doing quests, side quests, whatever. And in order to level up, you have to do camping or like staying at a hotel. Based on where you level up, you'll get experience bonus, and you'll get your character's levels. Now, levels, you can go from level 1 to level 30 something within about 2-3 hours of playing, by just using like a set technique to get the maximum amount of XP in the early game, and that's all you need all the way to the end game. 2 hours of farming, which isn't very strong. Enemies don't get real tough until like the late game, and even then, and they're not that tough. You can avoid most of the battles. Other than the XP, there's AP, which you get from doing certain tasks like battle achievements or instant killing an enemy, finishing quests, leveling up, camping, fishing. You get AP, which you can upgrade the rest of your stats, or other abilities like fishing experience, driving AP bonuses. Then you can get your limit breakers through AP and all that, which feels like a Final Fantasy X level system, except there's much longer to farm. I'm not even close to half done the AP, and I'm already level 99 on all characters, so there's that. But you get most of that through like fighting, mostly through levels and fishing and stuff like that. Driving occasionally will give you AP. And no game is without its set of glitches. As you can see here, I actually launched an enemy like 1,000 feet in the air, and now I'm waiting for him to come down. You can see on the radar there's an up arrow, so he's above me. I didn't catch the initial launch, but this is a common glitch I've seen on the YouTube and forums and stuff. So I'm just waiting for this guy to come down. I can't finish the battle. There's nothing I can do. Which also makes me talk about, you see the ring on the map right here? The battle ring, I like to call it. How annoying it is. It's set based on the map, not the enemies. So sometimes you're fighting on the edge and you go in and out of combat, and it's really irritating, and enemies get health bonuses back just from leaving and going on in the ring, and it's just annoying that they put on the map and not based on enemies. Like, I don't know why they did that. It's a pretty terrible idea. But anyways, here's a summon, guys. Summons are random occurrences. You can't do them at will. Another thing about the combat system, it's okay. I don't really mind it. They're really strong, but as you can tell from the glitch, the guy's not even on the ground. So he actually deals 0 damage. So the fight's still going on. Oh look, there he is. He finally landed. I was waiting for that for like 3 minutes. So now I can actually finish the fight. So yeah, the game has its fair amount of glitches. When you're trying to interact with objects like picking up fruit or something, or getting in your car, you'll always jump beforehand. I don't know why you always jump, but you always jump. It's so annoying. I wish they patch that up soon, too, to give like a stronger interactivity, so you don't accidentally jump on everything you want to do. I just want to talk about enemy scaling for a second. As you notice throughout the video, I've been fighting the one Yojimbo. He's level 110. Pretty strong guy. But enemies don't tend to scale with you. See this guy here? This guy's a big demon. Yet he's so easy to defeat. Like, there's no problem whatsoever. I wish enemies had some sort of scaling value with your level. It would make the game much better in terms of that. This is like a mission where you select on paper like which enemies you want to hunt. But this is like a final mission. Like, this should be really tough, right? It's not very tough at all. It's like a level 60 something mission. I'm level 99, I understand that, but these kind of enemies should scale with you. If you're running around out in the world and you get random events, some of those enemies scale with you. There's a level 99 guy that I can't even touch, and I don't even know how to beat him. He's just a robot that just one-shots me instantly every time, so I just run away from that fight. But I just wish there was more scaling in these big epic battles that are supposed to be epic, because they're not very epic late game, because they die really fast. Anyways, overall, the game has lots of action sequences, and it's pretty exciting at times. Lots of big epic bosses to fight. There's lots of endgame material that most Final Fantasies don't have. But one of the most endgame materials I don't tend to like is farming for these level 10 skills.
Great. More small fry.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. So overall, is the game worthy of getting? Yes, I would say that. I'm at 80 hours, I'm done all the achievements, all 100% of the achievements. I wish the achievements were more hardcore, but it's not yet, so but the developers have announced 1 year of free content and updates for the game, which kind of makes it like a beta, just getting to get free stuff for the next year, which is pretty cool. More worlds, more epic fights, more weapons, hopefully. So we're really looking forward to that. The game's worthy of purchase. You'll get about 80 hours out of it, no problem, if you have the amount of time to spend playing the game that long. But yeah, it's worthy of purchase. You should go pick it up if you enjoy the Final Fantasy titles. Until next time.